Hi, this is Amy Gardner once again with a butterfly video. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own butterfly habitat. As you can see, I have butterfly containers. Just Google it anywhere online. I happen to purchase these at Amazon. There's a small size, there's also the larger size. I actually have two of each sizes because I like to have them in their various stages in a variety of the different butterfly containers. You can use one container for the entire process from egg to butterfly. That's no problem. This is just my preference. Okay, let's get started. Once you've obtained your butterfly containment netting, then you're going to need to find your eggs. Milkweed is the only plant that monarch butterflies will lay their eggs on, because milkweed is the only plant that the monarch caterpillars will eat. There's a variety of milkweed that you can use, but the most common is called common milkweed, and you're going to have the best luck with that. It is absolutely essential that we maintain and keep the fields of milkweed. It is so important because, like I said, it is the only food the caterpillars will eat. If you happen to find a caterpillar on herbs, and especially dill, you most likely have a yellowtail caterpillar. It is not going to be a monarch. You may find a monarch caterpillar on other plants besides milkweed. That is not because it is eating, but it is because it is finding its place to form its chrysalis. So like I said, milkweed, absolutely essential. You can see in these smaller leaves the numerous eggs. All the white dots are the eggs that have been laid by the females onto the milkweed. When looking, you're going to mostly want to look under and just look for the little white dots, somewhat raised, kind of creamy colored. Now, I like to use spice jars as my vases for my plants. And the reason is, last year I had a caterpillar fall into an open vase that was full of water and drowned, and I felt so bad. So I decided to use these spice containers because it protects the caterpillars from falling into the water and having any sort of an accident. Just in the old spice container. You can use plastic if you like. I prefer the glass because they're a little heavier and not quite so tippy. As you can see, this particular little guy has some eggs on it, and it was small enough that it's going to fit right down in that hole. It's important to keep your milkweed in water so that they stay as fresh as long as possible. Now you'll see that you aren't going to be able to get the stem into the hole and get it into the water very well. So what I do is take some scissors, slice just a little bit up the stem. You want to make sure there's no egg under there, that you're accidentally cutting away an egg. You don't want that to happen. So you just slice that a little bit, and then that creates a little bit more of a stem. Put that down in your water, and that will help keep that leaf fresh for a longer period of time. You will also see that, like on this particular leaf, whoops, it stuck to my finger, you will get sticky working with milkweed. I have to tell you that. It is sticky, that's what they eat, that's sticky substance, and you will get sticky working with this, but it doesn't stain, it's no big deal. As you can see, the egg on this leaf is a little closer to the bottom, so I don't want to cut along this edge and risk damaging the egg. So I will actually cut it from the top side and use that as a stem, and that too works quite well. As long as you've got enough of the piece of leaf down in the water, that's going to work to help keep that greenery fresh. There we go. Okay, now as you can see, another thing I like to do is I like to put my glass jars, my glass spice jars, in another solid container. And the reason for that is to help with spillage, because you move this thing slightly and they do tip over. Water is of course heavy and it will tip over and you'll have a water mess. And also to help prevent even further water mess, You can see I do line everything with paper towels, but I also put the whole container in another box. You can use paper box. This, I just happen to have some wooden boxes. And once again, that enables me to lift the whole unit without spilling the water containers. It just gives you something firm underneath everything. And I think it looks pleasing as well.